According to a report by the International Maritime Bureau, companies incur losses of approximately $16 billion annually due to pirate attacks. Since ancient times, pirates have attacked ships to plunder their cargo. However, modern pirates do not merely attack cargo ships and transport vessels to loot goods. Instead, they hijack the entire vessel, along with its crew members, and demand a ransom from the government. These modern pirates are so audacious and possess such sophisticated weaponry that they are even capable of engaging in combat with military helicopters. Consequently, several advanced defensive strategies have been developed to protect container ships from the clutches of these pirates. Noticeably, most of these methods are non-lethal water cannons. This is arguably the most popular method employed to counter pirate attacks. These high-pressure water jets are capable of easily swamping a pirate boat. The system can discharge 150 gallons of seawater per minute. This technology was developed by world-renowned firefighting companies. The cannon is capable of firing water at a pressure of approximately 175 psi, creating a defensive barrier by spraying water in any direction within a range of 100 yards. Furthermore, this pressure is sufficient to knock pirates right off their boats. These nozzles are constructed from acid-proof stainless steel. They can be controlled remotely from inside the ship using video cameras, or they can be configured to operate automatically. Indeed, controlling the machinery from within the ship's interior is a necessity, as the pirates are typically armed with guns. If the system were to be operated from the open deck, the operator would be at risk of being shot. The greatest advantage of these water cannons is their range, which provides the ship's crew with ample time to maneuver the vessel away from the pirate attack and steer it to safety. Additionally, water cannons are utilized to spray directly onto the pirates' boats. This prevents them from boarding the ship and simultaneously halts their forward momentum. Consequently, the crew members gain precious time to take appropriate action. Furthermore, water cannons are sometimes employed in an attempt to flood the pirates' vessels, potentially causing them to sink. Moreover, once their boats become waterlogged, the pirates face significant difficulty in launching an attack on the ship. They also become unable to give chase. By that time, the ship has typically moved to a safe distance. Net traps. In this method, instead of merely scaring the pirates away, they are ensnared in a trap. This technique is employed to defend large vessels. Fundamentally, it is a non-lethal, meaning non-fatal, device. It is designed specifically to prevent pirates from approaching the ship. If a boat comes too close to the net, it becomes entangled, causing the engine to stall and rendering the vessel immobile. These nets are deployed along both sides of the ship, effectively acting as a barricade. The pirates are thus prevented from approaching the ship even inadvertently because these nets are constructed from extremely robust materials such as steel cables or heavy-duty nylon, making them incredibly difficult to cut or tear. The moment a pirate boat gets caught in the netting, it becomes increasingly entangled. This allows the crew members to take swift action. Additionally, these nets are used to slow down the pirates' boats, thereby enabling the crew to easily maneuver the ship to a safe distance. Razor wire canisters. A razor wire canister is a cylindrical container housing multiple coils of sharp wire. These canisters are positioned along the ship's railings. They are activated the moment an impending pirate attack is detected. This device can be controlled remotely. Immediately upon activation, the canister begins to release sharp wires that expand outward, encircling the vessel. These wires spread across a wide area, forming a protective barricade that covers the ship's hull. This razor wire canister operates on two key principles. Firstly, it entangles the pirates' boats, and secondly, it inflicts injury upon them. This is because the wire is lined on both sides with razor-sharp blades capable of easily slicing through skin. When pirates come into contact with the ship, they become entangled in the wire and sustain injuries from the blades, leaving their bodies bloodied. Consequently, their agility and motivation to attack the ship are effectively neutralized. The wire also serves as a visual warning signal, conveying to pirates that attempting to board the vessel poses a grave danger. As a result, their offensive efforts are often thwarted at the very first attempt. The ship burner shore launcher. To safeguard a vessel against pirate attacks, it is essential to possess lethal weaponry capable of defeating the attackers, particularly given that pirates are often armed with powerful weapons themselves. It is for this reason that BCD International, a UK-based company, developed a device known as the Ship Burner Shore Launcher. This system functions as a type of missile launcher, firing projectiles that immediately home in on their designated targets. Since 2009, this weapon has been deployed to defend ships against pirate incursions. Depending on the specific tactical situation and the distance to the target, the launcher can fire various types of rockets. Its projectiles are stored within a magazine system that allows for easy loading and unloading. Furthermore, the launcher can be operated either remotely or manually by a crew member positioned safely inside the ship. Sound cannon. Another innovative technology is the sound cannon. This device produces high-pitched sound waves. The sound it emits is so intense that it exceeds the tolerance threshold of any ordinary human being. Consequently, it can establish a large stun zone surrounding the ship. This is because the intensity of the sound is so extreme that it can inflict severe harm, such as permanent hearing loss, tinnitus, or vestibular dysfunction upon any healthy individual. Furthermore, police forces also use this device to disperse protesters. Armed guards. The most effective defensive measure involves the deployment of armed guards, whom the majority of shipping companies station on their vessels. These guards are typically former military personnel, highly proficient in the use of firearms and combat tactics. They are equipped with powerful weapons, including rifles, pistols, and machine guns. They are authorized to open fire on pirates in order to safeguard both the ship and its crew. Additionally, radar systems are employed to protect ships from pirate attacks. This technology enables the detection of pirate boats from a considerable distance. Ships also utilize sonar systems. This technology allows for the detection of submarines or other underwater threats lurking beneath the surface. Pirates are not the only threat facing commercial vessels. Adverse weather conditions can also place a ship in grave peril. Consequently, when a passenger vessel encounters such hazardous circumstances, the most frequently adopted solution is the evacuation of the ship. To facilitate this, various types of lifeboats are utilized. Modern lifeboats differ significantly in many respects from those used in the past. Equipped with cutting-edge technology and featuring self-propulsion capabilities, these modern lifeboats not only carry passengers away from immediate danger, but also transport them to a safe location. Perhaps the most significant innovation in these modern lifeboats lies in their launching mechanism. Unlike earlier models, which had to be lowered slowly into the water during an emergency, these contemporary vessels feature a vastly improved deployment system. However, nowadays, lifeboats are launched directly into the water using ramps. This method requires very little time to evacuate passengers and move them away from danger. Furthermore, thanks to the waterproof seals on these lifeboats, there is absolutely no possibility of water entering the interior. Despite these safeguards, advanced technologies are continuously being developed to ensure that small and medium-sized boats do not capsize under any circumstances. The Icelandic company Rafnir Maritime recently developed a self-righting boat. These uniquely designed vessels harness the power of water currents. Thanks to an extraordinary engineering mechanism, if these boats were to completely overturn for any reason, they would automatically right themselves and return to their upright position. Observe how they are testing the boat by securing it with a rope. Initially, the boat resisted overturning in every way possible. However, when the boat was forcefully flipped completely upside down, it immediately righted itself and returned to its original position. Once the hatches on these boats are sealed, the interior becomes completely filled with air. The vessel incorporates a pendulum system that instantly closes the air valves the moment the boat begins to overturn. Consequently, no water can enter the interior. In recent years, life-saving technologies have become significantly more advanced through the integration of robotics. A prime example of this is the Marine Guardian, essentially an unmanned prototype surface vessel. It utilizes the energy of ocean waves to propel itself forward. Once it locates and retrieves individuals requiring rescue, the boat can slowly transport them back to shore. This vessel is capable of safely transporting up to 6 people to safety simultaneously. Moreover, since the boat operates without any onboard rescue personnel, the rescuers themselves are not exposed to any risk. risk. Although this technology is still in the early stages of expansion, the day is not far off when maritime travel will become even safer and effortless than ever before. Well, friends, that brings us to the end of today's episode. Until next time, goodbye. We'll see you again in the next episode.